Well, this is a GameCube, and this is the HDMI GameCube adapter from EON. Maybe it's called EON. Ugh. What do you think? It's a plug-and-play adapter, and let's check it out. I just realized the camera was over here. Well, how are you feeling? You got John Riggs here, and the GCHD from EON. First of all, let's look at this packaging. That's brilliant. I love it. Thank you so much. You open it up. Oh, man. Ah! And here's the whole thing. The whole thing's right here. Plug and play. Literally that simple. This part goes into the component thing. This part goes into the little AV port. But is something like this, is this 150 bucks? Is this worth 150 bucks? I mean, all you gotta do is plug it in, and you got your HDMI right on the side. I'm gonna do some side-by-side comparisons so you can see for yourself, because I am not technically savvy enough to even tell you what makes this work, what's going on with it, how it works. That's not me. That's another review. Let somebody far more technically inclined tell you all about that. I'm just gonna show it off, because I think it's pretty neat. They've gotta be able to do something like this for other game systems. I mean, maybe the GameCube is special somehow. I mean, obviously it would have happened by now, but wouldn't that be cool if we had something like this for like Dreamcast or Nintendo 64? Along with the device, you get a manual for ants. Basically 3-step instructions. You plug it in, you pop it in, you're good to go. It also talks about a little IR feature too. We'll talk about that coming up here in a second. Now here's the dealio, and I'm glad Radical Reggie reached out to me saying, yo, before you pop it in, you gotta know this, because it took me a while to figure it out. You gotta jam this sucker in. I mean, like to the force of popping the marble in Ramune, like that times 10. And it tells you that in the manual. You want to push it in until you hear a click. But buddy, there is no click in. You gotta use all your strumpf. Oh, good lord. All right, that should be good to go. And you'll know if it is when you power it on, this light pops up. All right, let's see some side-by-side comparisons. This is going to be the HDMI versus the AV cables that come with the system. HDMI on the left, AV on the right, and you can see the clarity of the Nintendo logo right there. I love looking at logos when you do a graphics test, because that really tells the story, because logos are supposed to be clean labels, simple design. This is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and you know, you can kind of see a little bit here. Like, you know, but is it enough? I don't know. Ah, it's awesome. Love that part. Love it. All right, here we go. Another logo, THQ. This is Day of Reckoning. It's the WWE game. You can see some of the brighter colors pop a little bit more on the HDMI side. Chris Jericho. All right, next is Luigi's Mansion. Now that number up in the corner that you saw on the HDMI side, that's on every game that when you pop it in. It'll just let you know what's going on. And I do see crisper lines on the HDMI side for sure on this game. Again, brighter colors. It's like the darks are darker and the lights are lighter, which really help, especially in a game like this. And especially in this, oh, that crisp white Dreamcast brightness of the Sega logo. This is Super Monkey Ball 2. I actually received this as a wedding gift when I got married a few years back. I say a few years back, 16 years ago, good lord. And it's actually one of the few wedding gifts I actually still use today. And then here's a few options you can do with the IR. Now, I literally used the remote control for my television to set this up. All you have to do is just push the button on the back. It tells you how to do it in the instructions. And you can add scan lines and stuff like that, too. A couple of other extra options, just for fun. Throw it in there for you. Is it worth 150 bucks? That's what it all comes down to. Now, I wish I could have showed you footage for the Game Boy player. Unfortunately, I don't have a Game Boy player, so I can't show you those comparisons. I'm sorry. The other question that gets being brought up is it any better than using your Wii? To play GameCube games, you can play GameCube games on the Wii, and then can you put that through component or HDMI or something like that, and does it show up any better? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I try not to have my Wii hooked up as much as possible. There's way too many cables. And if I'm going to play GameCube, I want to play GameCube on my GameCube. I want to play it through some kind of GameCube let's be honest, emulator probably through the Wii. I know it's Nintendo, but, you know, I don't know. If I'm going to play GameCube, I want to play it on my GameCube, straight up. At 150 bucks, man, I don't know. It's like, if it was 100 bucks, $99.99, man, all day, every day. But for 150 bucks, if I loved my GameCube, like, if I was like, man, you know, like, we do Smash tournaments, if, you know, we still play, like, the GameCube Mario Kart all the time or something like that. I do like the wrestling game. There's a few WWE games on there, and I like all of them. That's a rough decision. That's going to be a decision up to you. So, would you pay 150 bucks for this? Now, if you do want one of these, I can save you some money. There is a link in the description below. Get you a promo code, save 10% just for watching this video. If you're a patron on my Patreons, you're going to save 20% with a special Patreon code, and that'll be linked in this video on my Patreon channel. So if you haven't done so yet, maybe consider being a Patreon if you're planning on buying one of these anyway. It'll pay for itself the first time. I do want to thank this company for sending me one of these. I think these are neat, and I hope this opens the door for more plug-and-play stuff like this. No mods, no soldering, no voiding your warranty by cracking open the system. Not that the GameCube has any warranty left in anyway. You can find a GameCube for 20 bucks. Now, to cover a few things I didn't cover earlier in the video, it talks about highest native resolution, which is a true 640 through 480p. Lagless input. I didn't notice any lag whatsoever from my controller to the system through this thing. Although there was a sound lag or something like that. Like here, like the video to me is 1-to-1 of the comparison, but listen to the audio. It's off just a little bit.
As will lead you to deception and pain. But for those who stand in your way.
It's not a deal breaker. Something I was noticing when I was editing. Simple plug and play, true. Professional grade construction, well, that's true. Custom dual prong design. Oh, now you're making it sound sexy. And fully customizable your experience with the universal IR thing. That's the remote control thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. Link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and thank you for this. I am going to utilize this personally now that I have one. Again, 150 bucks. To me, sounds a little steep. I don't know what goes into making something like this, so the price might be right. But I'm telling you, if it was 100 bucks, man, all day, every day. But if you want to save some cash, again, link in the description below. All the details are right there. Thank you for watching. More videos are always on the way. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Oh.